Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. And just saw this. It's on AOL. One of the little feature stories, one of the little tie-in stories with one of the magazines owned by Time Warner called In Style. A little article tied in. And they've got a little photo gallery of a series of celebrity females who are over the age of 40. And the little teaser line to get you to look at it is, Terry, as in Terry Hatcher, and Madonna are proving that age is just a number. Now, this is clearly an article aimed at women, because guys do not feel this way. Every straight man I know believes, as it is my opinion as well, that Madonna is an old, used-up hoe bag with a turkey neck, and she really has got nothing going on. I don't know of a single man, not a single guy, who would want to see Madonna naked. I know a few guys who would, they'd throw down with her at booty call time. But that's about it. I don't know a lot of guys who are sitting there fantasizing about Madonna into a hand towel. I just don't know if anybody is doing that. And yes, Terry Hatcher, too. These women are past their prime. Time has passed them by. And these lists are all out there for the mindless females who read magazines like In Style to give them the false hope that when they get into their 40s and 50s that they're still going to be desirable. And the reality is that's the biggest lie women are told. It's the biggest lie there is. Even if Terry Hatcher looks good, and I think she looks her age, but even if she looks good, ladies, chances are you are not going to look like that when you are her age because you will not be able to afford the skin treatments. I don't know if she's ever had plastic surgery, but whatever treatments she gets, whatever clothing she wears, you can't afford it. You won't look like that. You will look like the average 40, 42, 44-year-old out there. You want to know what that looks like? You go down the aisle at Sam's Club or Walmart or Costco any day of the week. You'll see plenty of women like that. You'll see what women in their 40s really look like. Spent. Of course, Madonna looks spent to me. I don't care whether she's famous or not. Age is not just a number. Any more than age is just a number when you're buying a car, you know. Everybody listening to me right now would like to own a 2006 model. No matter how nice your car is, you'd like to own an '06. Maybe you can't afford an '06. Maybe you like to get a couple of years out of a model before you trade up. But ultimately, the only reason you do not have a new car is because you cannot afford one. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that think a 1976 Chevy Nova, the first car I ever owned, that a 1976 Chevy Nova has good qualities about it, you know, it has a history, it has all the classic markings. Kind of sporty. But it's still a 76. They don't even make an '06 Nova. Everybody would like to own a new car. We all would. Let's be realistic, boys. I don't care if you think Terry Hatcher is hot. If you could get Jessica Alba instead, who would you choose? You think 40's just a number? Look at Jessica Alba. Holy cow! Is that perfection or what? 40's not just a number. It's the age at which you are too old for anybody who can afford better. Period. That's how guys feel. Are there exceptions to the rule? Sure. There were chubby chasers. There were guys who were into midgets. There were guys who were into amputees. Okay? There are people like that, of course. Just not many of them. The average woman over 40 is way, way past her prime. The average boy out there, my boys, would all like to get with somebody who's fresh out of the oven. You know what I'm talking about? 18 and perfect. That's what we'd like. And then you look at whoever it is we hook up with. This is who we settled for, based on the money we make, based on our stature in society. Whatever we have, that's what we had to settle for. Water seeks its own level, and we had to take what we can get. If I'm a 44-year-old man and I'm with a 42-year-old woman, it's because I couldn't afford a 22-year-old woman. This is all I could get. So I rationalize it by saying, oh, man, it's great to have somebody you can talk to, somebody who reads and is intelligent and intellectual, and you can have discussions about politics and stuff. I really get tired of all these chicks who had nothing to say. All these chicks are just very empty-headed, airheads, whatever. That's fun in its way, in that time and all that. But you know what? I really like having somebody who's, mature and you can have a conversation with. That guy is rationalizing as fast as he can. Truth is, he can't afford a hot young broad. This was all he could get. Because I guarantee if he won the lottery, she'd be in the recycle bin in no time. That's the truth. Age is not just a number. It's not. The older your woman is, the less successful you are. That's the fact, Jack. Young women are there for the most successful guys. That's who gets them. That's who gets them. That's the way it is. And when I look at a man, and he's there with a woman his own age or older, it simply means he's not successful enough to get a young, hot broad. Period. Just like when I look at a guy driving a 1976 Nova. That's no classic. You know what? 1976 Novas are for, just like when I owned my 1976 Nova, and it was an old car when I owned it. 1976 Nova is for guys who cannot afford a 2006 Corvette. They would if they could, but they can't, so they don't. Am I wrong about this?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
You amuse me.
Well, thank you so much. I love when you're condescending like that. It turns me on. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. Let's say hello to Al on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom, how are you today?
Doing okay, Al.
Long time, first time.
Thank you.
I tend to agree with you 100% of the time, except for today, man.
Why is that?
Well, I'm 43 years old. I got my career before I got married. Got married to a wonderful gal. Just so happens that she had married a bozo the first time around. I hook up with her. She's a great girl. We have great conversation. The sex is great, and there's not a problem with that.
Also, you can't afford better.
Well, no, it's not that afford. I mean, when you say you want to get with a younger girl, define get with. I mean, is it a sexual thing or starting to build a relationship? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a little of both. I mean, put it this way. Mostly it's having sex with them. But if you insist on getting married, and I don't necessarily think that's a great thing to do, but if you insist on getting married, most guys want a piece of arm candy if they can afford it. That's what guys want, because that's the only chick you're going to see naked, presumably for the rest of your life.
I agree with you, but when you say get with a girl, I mean, you can go buy a hooker for $300.
We're not talking about a hooker. We're talking about somebody who's not a hooker, just somebody who is hot enough and young enough that generally she attracts successful men.
For what?
And by the way, you know, my marriage is nothing but legalized prostitution anyway.
You know, I got to agree with you kind of in a way.
Not even in a way. I mean, the fact that you have to pay vaginamony after you're done with somebody, what exactly are you paying for? You are paid, I call it vaginamony because, as I said on D.L. Hughley's show, you're paying for past use of a vagina.
All right. I mean, there's 2 points to that, though. My wife's ex-husband is paying child support, and it's to support the kid in his extra...
I'm not talking about child support. I'm talking about vaginamony.
Oh, well.
That's 2 different things.
Yeah, that is 2 different things.
Why does a woman deserve to receive vaginamony?
I don't think they should.
But they do.
Because they can't make their own way in life.
Whose fault is that?
That's the woman's fault.
Well, then why should a man be paying for that? And again, what it gets down to is you're paying because you got to use that vagina for a few years.
But when it comes to, like, say the wife stays home and says, oh, honey, hey, go to law school and get your degree. And then when you're done, we'll have a great, successful life together. And then he gets his degree and he finds some little yarn arm candy and then dumps the bitch. Oh, doesn't she deserve something for some...
Well, that's why I tell guys they shouldn't get married in the first place.
Until they get their degrees or their career.
Right. That's exactly right.
Okay, so once you get your degree and you see all the effort you put into this, quote, family, my point is, why would you want some young little arm candy on the side distracting you?
I didn't say on the side. I mean, certainly you want arm candy when you can afford it, but if you insist on getting married, why would you want some frumpy 42-year-old woman? Why?
Well, because I don't have that many hand towels left to tell you the truth.
There we go, Al. Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Patrick on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, the radio guy. How's it going, buddy?
Going okay, Patrick?
Hey, just wanted to let you know, I agree and disagree on this. You know, I have a wife. I've been married for 10 years. And, you know, you talking about, you know, because I can't afford better. I can afford better. I've been married for 10 years, and I actually have had 7 little toys on the side on a consistent basis.
Oh, there we go.
So
one for each day of the week? Is that the deal?
Well, you know, I kind of have a lot of business trips.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, I actually go and do my playing in Vegas and, you know, a little bachelor party thing out in Cancun and, you know, different things like that. Well,
yes.
You know, I have the stable thing at home when I want it, but I can afford my toys, and I go play with my toys quite a bit.
I'll bet you do.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, what happens if she catches you?
I make more money than she does. What's she going to do?
She might divorce you and take half of everything you make.
Let her have it. I start all over again.
Really?
I can start over again.
Wow. So you don't even care if she catches you.
You know, like I said, she's a great woman. She takes care of the kids. You know, she keeps the house clean. She looks great. I mean, I've had to pay a little money. You know, it's like a car. You got to put a little money into it to make it look good.
Yeah, but you need a new fan belt more often than you used to.
Yeah, well, you know, that's one thing I don't have any.
She's burning more oil than she used to also.
Well, you know, like I said, you know, the tires get flat. Sometimes you got to air them back up.
The engine check light is on all the time now.
Actually, no. I go do it. See, that's the great thing about it. I go do what I want, when I want, and I never get questioned about it.
Really? So she just wants to bask in your financial glow.
I guess so. as long as she behaves, I mean, I have no problem supporting the family. But,
so,
you know,
and what if she had toys on the side? What would you do then?
As long as I don't know about it, I really don't care.
You don't even care?
No.
So you were just casting for the part of the wife, and you had some auditions, and you finally found the actress to play that part.
Absolutely.
And she's playing that part in your play.
Absolutely. And like I said, you know, I may own a 57 Chevy Reliable that I can drive every day, but I damn sure go test drive that Corvette ever so often.
Absolutely. All right, Patrick.
Hey, blow me up, Tom.
Here you go, Patrick. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Robin, you're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom. Long time. First time.
Thank you, Robin.
I feel like I know you.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I just got in the car, and I've had a couple of beers, and I was hoping I wouldn't lose my buzz before I could talk to you about, let's get back to the subject, about age is just a number.
Well, that's what AOL claims.
Well, let's talk about that. I can, okay, I'm single, right? I've been married twice.
Right.
and I'm high in your demographic category, but unless I mention how old I am, I can get whoever I want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
And yes, I can.
I can do way younger than you, dear.
Well, see, okay, that's my point. When I go out, older men or men my age, they do go for younger. But what I like and what I want are not men my age. I mean, young is...
Well, you can get them for a night, but they won't marry you, dear, and they will not pay your bills.
Well, okay, let's get back to priorities. What if that's not what I want?
All right, if all you want is to get laid late at night where you never see a guy in the light of day and you never meet his friends or family, and he never takes you out to restaurants and is never there on your birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Tom, why are you assuming that?
Because generally it's true, dear.
Well, generally, but you said there are exceptions to
There's exceptions to every rule. But, dear, you don't sound to me like you're hooked with any one person anyway.
Well, I could be, but
you're not.
I'm in the field, and I like them young.
Fine.
And I feel like a pedophile sometimes.
That's great. That's great. But none of these men would marry you. You understand that? So as long as you don't care about that.
No, I don't understand that.
Why not?
I don't think that is a problem at all. That's what I want.
Really? Let's call any man on your list. I don't know their names or their phone numbers. I'll take any man on your list, and I will ask him if he would marry you.
Really?
Right now. Give us any name out of your little black book, dear. We'll call him right now.
Okay, Tom, I just came out of my ex-husband's house, who I've been divorced from for 18 years.
And you rode him like a pony.
No, we just had a couple of beers and I left, but he wanted to.
So why'd you say no?
Because I didn't want to. He's my age.
Oh, I see.
He's just friends. Yeah.
All right, so what's the bottom line here? I will call any man you tell us to call. Right now.
Well, I would have had you call him, but that's a given.
Well, dear, he already was married to you. How about some of these boy toys that you think would all marry you? Let's call any one of them. You pick.
You're going to have to put me on hold to get some numbers.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Hang on. We'll do that. You bet we will. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Tracy, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
I'm fine. How are you?
Great.
Well, I think I'm an exception to the rule. I am 32. I just got married. I'd never been married. Just got married about a month ago. Have no kids. Have a good job. Own my own house. Bought and paid for. And I think I'm good looking. Blonde, blue eyes, 5'7", about 124. And I can't get enough sex.
You mean from your husband?
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you marry him?
Oh, because I love him, and it's not all... I mean, there's more to a relationship than that.
Yes, dear, but one day when you can't get enough, you'll be doing the pool boy or the gardener or the pizza guy or your ex-boyfriend or somebody.
Well, I know, and it's already like, I mean, it's almost, like half swing will travel.
Uh-huh.
And I just don't
So eventually you will have sex with somebody else.
I can't see that right now, but I guess, you know what, from a woman's perspective, it's kind of...
If you need it that badly, you're going to get it. Let me ask you a question. When you come home from work and you forgot to go to the supermarket and you open the refrigerator and there's no food in it, do you go hungry?
No. I call him and I'm like, hey, can you swing by the store and grab that?
Or if there's nobody to pick it up for you, you go out and get it somewhere else, don't you?
See where you're going.
You see where I'm going.
I see, but
if you have needs, you will fulfill them.
Yeah, but you know what? I have lots of toys. And I have a dog that likes peanut butter. No, I'm teasing.
No, you're half teasing is what you're doing.
No, but I just, I mean, from a woman's point, I think it's really kind of mind-boggling because it's like, oh, okay, I don't understand this because men are supposed to be hornier than now. And
well, dear, didn't you know this guy before you married him? I mean, what, were you a virgin when you got married?
No.
So you knew before you married him that he couldn't get the job done in bed, right?
He gets it done.
No, doesn't get it done enough for your liking.
Well, I would
you knew that, right?
Yeah.
And you married him anyway.
But there's more to a relationship.
There may be, but sex is very, very important. Very, very. Because the intimacy of your relationship will depend upon whether you can stay loyal to him. And if he can't get the job done as often as you need it done, eventually the intimacy will be affected by you going out and getting it somewhere else, which you will do.
Yeah. I waited 32 years to get married, and I like I said, I just got married, and I hope that I guess if I wasn't happy and if you've
only been married a month, dear. Not even a month.
No, but I don't think. I mean, if it wasn't going to work, I would certainly give him the respect and say,
well, you think that now, but you haven't gotten to that point yet, dear. Believe me. Now, what's the deal? Robin now backing out, big mouth on the air, and then Dean gets her off the air. She won't give up any numbers. What's the problem, Robin?
Well, I had an idea. Since I didn't have
I had an idea, and you said yes to it. Why did you backpedal on us?
Well, Dino and I made another plan, Tom.
What plan is that?
Well, I've got two choices. I'm standing right outside my ex-husband who has gone out.
No. We're not talking about your ex-husband, dear. You already eliminated him as a suspect. No.
I'll put him on the phone.
He wants to get laid now. He'll say anything. I want the name of one of your little boy toys.
I'm not talking about him getting laid. I'm talking about I'll put him on the phone and he'll tell you that at 51 I can get any guy.
No. I want to talk to the boy toys. I don't want to talk to him. Right now, he'll say anything to get into your panties. I want one of the boy toys.
Okay, ask him if he can get into my panties.
No. I want one of the boy toys.
Oh, my God.
You won't give me the boy toys because you know. I've got you in a corner now. You know that if I ask you, I'm letting you pick the boy toy. And you know that once I talk to these guys, they'll admit they would never marry you.
Oh, my God. I so don't want
Just admit they would never marry you. They're just having sex with you.
No, I don't think so.
Then give me a phone number.
I can't think of any phone numbers.
Now, dear, come on. You told me you're getting laid. You're getting laid left and right. You can get any man you want.
Subject to this conversation.
Yeah, obviously you're not getting as laid as often as you say you are.
That age is just a number.
It isn't just a number, dear, because the difference is if you were 21, lots of guys would marry you. Right now, all you can get are guys who are looking for easy access.
Tom, you want to talk to my exes right
now? No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
I told you who I want to talk to, and you backpedaled once I put you on with Dean.
I don't save numbers, Tom.
You've got the. If you were going to get laid tonight, who would you call?
I would go out.
So you have one night stands and that's it.
If I want to.
So you're lying to me right now. You're telling me you don't have the phone numbers of any man at all except your ex-husband. You're lying.
I have some phone numbers.
Yeah, let's spit them up.
I don't do the calling.
We're going to do the calling.
Pardon me?
We are going to do the calling.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I do want to do that, I like the chase. I like to go out and find them and...
Great. Give us a phone number, and we will call, and we will ask these guys point blank, could they see any scenario under which they would marry you?
How about, this is what I put...
No, how about I'm the host of the show and I make the rules on this show? How about you do what you promised to do and give us a name and a phone number? How about you do that? And how about you stop being an attention whore and trying to eat up as much airtime by filibustering as possible?
Well, you can hang up then because I don't...
Don't worry, I will.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You know what? The only time I want to see a woman hot and sweaty is when she's looking around my bedroom for her panties while I call her a cab.
There we go, baby. You're absolutely right.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Los Angeles, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Boys Night Out comes to the Riverside Municipal Auditorium. We're doing the Inland Empire for the very first time. It's one night only, 1 week from Friday, October 7th at 8:30 p.m. That's Friday, October 7th at 8:30. I'm your MC for this event. Bobby Slayton is our headliner. 3 over-the-top comedians. It's for guys only. It's outrageous. It's stuff we could never get away with on the air ever, 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 ever in a million years. If you like this show, you will love Boys Night Out. That's my promise to you, and I'll be there on stage to back it up. No broads, no girlfriends, no wives, no ex-girlfriends. Don't bring your sister, your niece, your grandmother, your granddaughter, or anybody else. You're bringing guys. Guys from the office, the guys who are your buddies, your bowling team, the guys you hang out with, the guys you went to college with, the guys in your dorm room. That's who you're going to bring. Boys Night Out, open to all ages. Although it will be outrageous, and we take no responsibility for how this affects the rest of your life. Tickets available from Ticketron. Call this number right now, 714-740-2000. That's 714-740-2000. You can go to the box office at the Riverside Municipal Auditorium. Many people have been walking up. I don't know why Riverside. People are walking up to the box office and buying tickets. Fine, do it. Go up to the Riverside Municipal Auditorium, buy your tickets right there. Or you can go to Ticketmaster.com. In fact, anytime you want details on Boys Night Out, you can always go to blowmeuptom.com. We'll link you to all the events. You can get tickets. You'll be all set. Boys Night Out in Seattle at the Paramount Theater this Friday, in Riverside at the Riverside Municipal Auditorium, a week from Friday on October 7th, and it's all on blowmeuptom.com. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. That's, we'll put that call up, Dean. I want to take that one right now. Let's say hello to Erica on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
So, hey, a couple calls ago, there was a guy that called in, and he cheated on his wife. So I'm just kind of curious on why you don't kind of enforce that with men, and that they shouldn't do that when they're married.
Well, because I'm not a moralist here. I don't engage in lecturing people on their morality. I have a checkered past. I've been a very bad boy over the years. And so I'm really not in a position to be lecturing people. And by the way, anyone who's lecturing people on the radio about their morality, as you found out with people like Dr. Laura and Rush Limbaugh over the years, you find out what they're really like in real life, whether they're spread eagle for the camera or buying drugs in parking lots of Denny's or whatever they're doing. You see that even they are not in a position to be lecturing anybody.
Well, but don't you think that's something that our society is lacking, and that's not my. By the way, it's not my job to be lecturing people because I've been very bad myself. No, I understand, but I mean, in a sense, you do lecture though, and everybody.
Not about morality, I don't.
Well, I mean, to you don't, but to a lot
I don't lecture about morality at all.
Well, I think a lot of the things that you lecture about are moral.
Like what?
Issues.
Like what?
Like the way that you think that men should be with women, and I agree with a lot of the things that you say, but, like, okay, for instance, my family are from South America, and so because of that, my moral issues are different. And I think that...
Well, in what way? I've been to South America. Be specific.
Yes. Argentina.
All right, what about it? I've been to Argentina. What about it?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, I understand that there's always... my dad and my mom have been together for a lot of years.
That's not because they're from Argentina. That's because they're older.
Well...
There's plenty of divorce in Argentina, dear. And I might add, speaking of morality in Argentina, this is a country that has welched on its debts to other countries over and over for hundreds of years. It is a corrupt society where people bribe police officers, building inspectors, and everybody else. Remember that fire that happened around between Christmas and New Year's last year in Buenos Aires? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Because the inspectors have been paid off? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can come to me, you picked the wrong country, dear, because I've been to Argentina and I know about it.
No, I understand. I'm just saying that. Don't you think that's something that should be more enforced in our society? Because
enforced by who?
No. Enforced, not forced.
No, enforced. Enforced by who? The morality police? Who's going to enforce these things?
Just in general, by people, because I think not only men but women cheat so much that I just think that for your family and...
Well, it's not my job to tell people what to do. They should do what they think is right.
Well, no, I understand that. I'm not saying that you should tell them what to do. I'm saying that maybe it might be helpful if you were to say...
I'm not here to help. I'm not here to help people be moral. That's not my job. By the way, how can someone who's been what you would consider to be immoral be lecturing to people about morals?
Well, I mean, it's never too late to start, right?
Actually, I think I have very little credibility. As someone who has screwed around, and I've admitted to it. As someone who's screwed around, who am I to tell other people what to do?
Well, what do you mean? That really does. I don't agree.
I don't have any credibility in that area. I have done it myself.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
And I'm honest about it.
And that's great, but why not start now telling guys, okay...
Because, who knows? I might screw up again in the future. I don't know.
Well, that's because you want to, though.
No, dear. Of course, everything I do is because I want to, but that's my point. I don't want to be in a position of lecturing people and then getting caught later doing the same thing that I lectured them for. That's the problem you get into when you lecture people about morality. Okay. Then you are forced to be perfect all the time, and if you get caught not being perfect, you pay the price. I refuse to put myself in that position.
Well, but then if you pay the price, then okay, it's like you always...
But guess what? If I don't lecture people about morality, I don't have to pay any price to anybody. I'm open to do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm just saying that I think...
I don't want people looking over my shoulder. You know, every time I'm on the air saying I'm on a diet, people run into me in public, and they see me eating at a restaurant. They look at my plate, and they start analyzing whether I'm on a diet. You know what? I am not going to get into that, where I start telling people what to do, and then I have people following me around to see what I'm doing.
Well, you do tell people what to do, though.
I don't tell them about morality.
You tell them what to do, though.
I don't tell them about morality. I don't tell them what to do about morality. I don't tell them don't cheat on your wife, don't have an affair, don't be with 6 chicks at once. I don't do that.
Yeah, okay, so I have a question for you then.
Yeah.
So do you not believe in morals? Do you not have any morals, or do you have morals yourself?
I believe everybody has their own morals.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering.
I believe everybody does, yes. There's certain things we all agree on, like don't kill other people. But even that, we believe in killing other people if they wear a turban or if they live in another country.
So then the whole point of getting married is just if you have children, in your eyes?
Really, there's no other reason for a man to get married.
So then why get married, even if you do have
right.
children?
Why get married? Well, you get married so that your kids can grow up in a stable environment. That would be one good reason, and the only one I can think of.
Wait a second.
Wait, there's one more. If you're with someone who needs a green card and you're planning on staying with them, I guess you have to marry them.
Okay, but so stability. So if you're talking about stability...
For children, not for you.
Well, but stability, what is that? I mean,
no, actually, it isn't even real stability. It's just the appearance of stability.
Yeah, so that's teaching people that you're, candy coating it with this.
No, I'm being honest. Guess what? Children are much less likely to be alcoholics, drug addicts, thieves, criminals, or teenage parents if they grow up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah, but if it's a 2-parent household that doesn't get along or they're cheating children...
Well, then they shouldn't be having children together at all.
Right, but I'm talking...
Dear, you're all over the road here. Do you have an agenda here?
that was my...
I mean, you're going far afield here.
Is stability. I feel like if you're going to be talking... I just don't understand why you don't talk about morals.
I think because I already told you why. You know what? Somebody who has impeccable credentials should talk about morals, not me.
Well, you have some sort of morals, though. You just don't...
I have some sort of morals, but guess what? I have not been 100% faithful or honest with people I've been involved with, and I'm being honest about that now.
Mm-hmm, but does it make it...
I got my needs met whenever I had needs. That's it.
So then for women, it's okay to go ahead and cheat when they get married?
I'm not saying whether it's okay. That's my point. I don't comment on morality. I'm not saying it's okay or not okay.
Well, there's been a couple times where you've talked about it, though.
I have said that men and women, when they have needs, will get them filled. And if the person at home says, I don't feel like having sex, I got a headache 28 days a month, eventually that person is going to get what they need.
Well, yeah.
They're going to get it. And you girls will think you're smart by saying, oh, I've got a headache all the time, or it's that time of the month all the time. Guess what? It's only going to work for so long.
Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis. 1-800-800-TOM.
There are 3 groups you can get away with making fun of. The deaf, because they're not listening anyway. Those who are mentally retarded, how the hell are they going to organize a group? And thirdly, people with Alzheimer's. Even if they object to the content of the program, they will forget to show up at the protest. Those are the 3 groups we attack regularly.
This is the Tom Leykis Show.
Boys Night Out. Coming to Seattle this Friday. For tickets, call 206-529-4051 or go to Ticketmaster.com, 206-529-4051. Boys Night Out in Riverside. 1 week later on Friday, October 7th at 8:30. Call Ticketmaster at 714-740-2000 or go to the box office.
The Tom Leykis Show.